Have you ever wondered when you're prepping what kind of things you should put together to share with other people? Well, we're going to talk about that now. I was talking to a friend the other day, and he started showing me these little, I guess, gimme kits, so that when people come around, if something goes wrong, people come around and they need food or they need toilet paper, whatever. He had these little grab bags put together that he was going to share with people. So somebody comes, he doesn't want to share his preps, but he's going to give them this grab bag. That's a mistake. First thing, you don't want anybody to know what you have. You certainly don't want anybody to know that you have enough to share, because that information will get around, and then either you're going to have a whole bunch of people coming to get their grab bag, or they're just going to come by at night and take what you have. Just take what they want by force. Now, I know that doesn't sound like something that people would do, but they certainly will. When I was in Iraq, this was probably the first experience of this for me to see. I was in this little village called Safwan. It's kind of just right by Kuwait City. You know, all the iconic fires burning, all the smoke that you would see. It was right there between Kuwait City and Safwan. So there were very few men in the village because they were all conscripted by Saddam Hussein. And this woman was she was giving stuff out. Like, somebody would come, they didn't have anything, and she had prepared. So she gave them stuff. She gave people food and whatever she had to share. And it wasn't long, probably the second night, they broke into her place and they took everything. They took everything that this woman had. Hunger and poverty is a very powerful motivator for people. Really good people, normally just your neighbors, your friends. Things change when they're hungry, when their children are hungry. Think about it. What would you do if your kid was hungry? What are you willing to do to make sure that your kid is fed? Now, I know this isn't popular because we all are decent people. We all want to share, and we don't want to see anybody suffer. But everybody is living through the same times. Nobody's blind to all this. If they're not preparing and they're not doing something for themselves now, that's just not our responsibility. If you have friends and family, you should probably try to get them to prepare and maybe share some checklists with them or some ideas, things to help them. But if they don't, you know, what can you do? You can only store so much stuff. Now, it got so bad in Iraq, we would be driving through, just checking things out, doing our job. We would see kids out hungry, you know, kids playing, doing whatever they do, but they were hungry. So we would stop and we would give them some food, and then we would leave. When you can still see them in the rear view mirror, grown men came and started beating up the kids and taking their candy away from them, or their food. Sometimes we gave them candy or whatever we had extra. But these grown men that looked like reasonably decent people, they were clean clothes on, were picking on little kids. I'm not talking about teenagers here, I'm talking little kids, elementary age kids. So, if a decent person can resort to that level of violence to a child, and it happens very quickly. I mean, literally a week, maybe even less. So, what should you have to share with people? Nothing. Like I said, I know that's unpopular, but it's reality. And the way things are going right now, things that we can see, they're culling more chickens, hundreds of thousands of chickens over bird flu, which I think is nuts. Everything just kind of feels like it's going sideways right now. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. About sharing your preps, storing extra preps for your neighbors or family. And pretty much anything. What are you seeing in your side of the world? If you're getting anything out of these videos, I'd like for you to share it with your friends and family. Give it a like so I know that you like this kind of content, and I'll keep making more of it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and click the bell so that you get notified when I drop my next video. That's all I've got for you today. Stay safe.